We are going to see about the introduction to coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometries, it is like an algebraic expressions which can be in of the partitions there are available. Okay, in these partitions you can see that there are four quadrants. That is a horizontal line and is a vertical line. It's in a horizontal lines it be an x and the x dash it be in the negative, then x dash and x. Okay, x, and then there is a vertical line. You can see that it is a y and a y dash. The horizontal and vertical lines, it may forms the center point. There is an one point is there. You can see that it is the O means an origins. It's the meeting point of the x and the y axis. It's from the origin you can point it from the 1 2 3 4. If it is in the left side, it be a -1 -2 -3 in the x dash axis. From the y directions, it be a 1 2 3 from the y directions, and from the y dash it be a -1 -2 and -3. Okay, and from the x and y and x axis be the and y axis, you can see. Then that we can divide in the 4 parts. There be a 4 parts. Okay, it's be in a first quadrant, and the second part be in a second quadrant, and the third part be a third quadrant, and the fourth be in a fourth quadrant. First, second, third and fourth quadrants. Okay, this be an it's an abscissa and a coordinate. And abscissa means it be an x and ordinate to be an y. Abscissa x and ordinate y. For example, if we consider x as a 2 and y as a 3, you can see that 2 comma 3, we can in the graph we want to mention in that 2 comma 3 from the x to abscissa be an 2 and ordinate y to be an 3, and the term x to be from the origin in the x axis to the 2. You can from the 2 you can see that from the origin to the x axis 2 and y axis be 3, 2 and 3. You can draw a perpendicular line that from the 2 to 3, it's a 2. There is a points that you can see that it be a meeting at a point 2 and 3. Okay, there is one point. You can see that it can meet at one point 2 comma 3. Okay, you can see that points meet at 2 comma 3. It be in the first quadrant. You can see that abscissa of x and 2, ordinate of y in the 3, it's be in the first quadrant. Then this is an plus and minus, that is only in the positive. These first quadrant, you can see that it is a positive quadrant since there is no negative. Then so this is a first quadrant. Then if it comes under the second quadrant, it be a minus and plus, and if it is in a third quadrant, it is a negative and negative, minus and minus. Then if it is in the fourth quadrant, my plus and minus. Okay, first quadrant plus plus, second quadrant minus plus, third quadrant minus minus, and fourth quadrant plus and minus. For example, if we consider abscissa be 0 comma 3, you can from the origin 0, its origin be an 0, from that distance be an 3. So from the point origin to that the point y be a 3. So you can mark the point 0 comma 3. Then if y axis, okay, you should remember that ordinate y axis, if the value be an 0, then from the point 0 to 3. Next example, 2 comma z. x be in the x-axis should be 2, so y-axis in the 0, so you can mark in the point 2. So 2 comma 0 you can mark at the point. Then we comes in the minus 2 comma minus 3. You can see that minus 2 in the x-axis and minus 3 from the y-axis. Just you can mark at the point which mark at the ordinates. Two ordinates meets at the point, you can mark at the minus 2 comma 3. It's the point you can put the perpendicular distance.